Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Zach, otherwise known as Pulpy Syntax, and today has been a bit of a strange day. It's been beautiful outside, and then it was 34, 35 degrees, hot, and then there was a massive storm, which looked like this. So we're all fine. We're expecting a little bit of hail. We didn't get it, so happy days. But now the sun's back out. The cicadas are chirping, no doubt to be picked up on my microphone because that's just what they're good for. But today I've been busy earlier on, but I did want to sneak in a rewind reaction, and I kind of build a list, right, of videos that are just happening on in the background. I'm not paying attention. I'm usually focusing on something else, video games or reading or skating at the moment. But yeah, this one caught my attention a little while back, and I wanted to do a rewind for multiple reasons. And I think that now is the perfect time, primarily only in the serendipity of it all, in that Amber and Becky has allegedly proposed to Amberlynn, and Amberlynn has allegedly said yes, and I honestly can't wait for next week's vlog video, because hopefully that's all like showcased. But it's already out there on the internet now. For me, at least, if that were happening for me, I'd be doing like a feature length like video about it all. But that will come in time, we hope. Pardon me. So this video was uploaded on April 29th, 2018, and it is entitled I'm 500 pounds, ellipses, plus another period, segment day 6. So with all of that being said, let's jump into the video. As always, we are sped up to 1.25 times speed, and here we go.
Hey guys!
Hey Amber.
Okay, so today
With
I
the
am
old
going
title.
for a wedding. So
One of the reasons why I had this video at the back of my mind is because of the recent engagement, but also when I was watching this, I was like, wait, I may be mistaken. That cardigan may be a very light grey, but it's reading almost white in this frame. So Amber, did you go wear white to someone's wedding? I feel like that's a no, right?
we're pretty much ready. We have to leave in about 15 minutes. So a little bit about yesterday, pretty much stuff that you already know. Oh, by the way, today's day 6.
I have hot chocolate while this is going on.
Yeah, today's day 6.
It's hot cocoa, low calorie.
A little bit about yesterday that you guys pretty much already
Cocoa,
know.
skim milk, stevia. Easy.
I
Delicious.
ate thousands and thousands and thousands of calories 2 days in a row. I didn't drink water.
Also, she's on day 6. I don't know what this is day 6 of. I'm assuming it's day 6 of like a specific calorie goal or something. I don't really know.
I'm super swollen. I just feel kind of like yesterday was really bad. Like I was just like, I felt in pain. Like my feet hurt worse than usual. The mixture of just like the constant walking and the mixture of being swollen. Like I felt lethargic. I felt just like
steps.
sluggish. Like
Maybe
I
it's
couldn't
steps.
do anything. And
rings.
it kind of got to me mentally. So I didn't complete my steps. Yesterday was really bad. So today is a new day. I do have a new Fitbit, which I'm super excited. I have the Charge 2. So
Historians, let me know how many Fitbits or like wrist devices that are electronic have been going on in the saga, because this is a Samsung Active 2, I think, but I feel like I've seen Amber have like at least 3 different smart devices on her wrist. Like there's been a Fitbit, there was a second Fitbit that was like rose gold or something, and then there was at least one Apple Watch. Is that it? Maybe that's it. I don't know. It just seems like a lot.
I'm super excited for that. So far today, just, including last night after midnight, so far I've gathered 1,336 steps.
Well, that's good. I went for a jog at home today because I knew the storm was coming and didn't want to leave the air conditioning. So I did like 8,000 steps and burnt about 300 calories. So it's definitely possible. If anyone out there's in lockdown or quarantine and, finding that they're not getting their steps in today, I had to like put aside an hour for myself to do it, but it's definitely possible. This is all
I want to get over 8,000 steps today, but I do have a wedding to go to. I do have a dinner to go to because of the wedding. That's going to take a lot of my time up, so...
That's okay. You can get steps in there.
Really early right now.
You gotta walk around at a wedding and a reception.
A lot of driving. Well, I don't drive, but a lot of sitting in a car. So we're gonna see how that goes. I'll keep you guys updated. I don't know what I'm getting at the restaurant.
Can't wait to hear.
I've never been to this restaurant before. I've never really heard of it before. So I will just like show you guys when I get there. So my weigh-in today, I'm retaining a lot of water. Obviously, I gained true weight as well, just from how many calories I've been eating. It's day 6. I should be down easily 8 pounds.
So is she counting? No. Maybe this is the 100 days of weighing in. Maybe.
5 pounds. I should be down weight. Instead, I've gained weight since I started this challenge. So I have a new starting weight.
I feel like every time I jump into a rewind and it's early on in a challenge, or however she puts it, like this is a very similar story across the channel, right?
It seems like I just keep gaining. So my weight today, I've never weighed this much ever. I don't even want to say it out loud. It's weird. It seems too real when I say it out loud.
I mean,
my weight today was 500.6.
Oh, I feel like I remember this. I feel like I've seen a couple of these videos from around this time. I mean, yeah, it sucks. Oh, that's plus 3 pounds overnight. Like for anyone who's following my weight loss, that's in another playlist. Feel free to go and watch it. That seems like a lot, because it's 2.2 pounds to a kilo. And I mean, I do fluctuate, but after I've been kind of stable eating the same thing for, 3 to 5 days, it kind of equals itself out, and it's really only up or down maybe 500 grams, up to like absolute maximum would be a kilogram, but that's just fluctuation. Yeah, I don't know about that.
So that means I'm up, like almost 3 pounds from yesterday.
Maybe for Amber that is just a fluctuation though.
Ate horribly, didn't drink any water, so.
Well, I mean, oh, this is pretty.
Hi, Becky.
Hi.
This is very pretty. You know what? I know coronavirus, but this is still, well, no, because she's moved from the old house and this is from the old house. But I wish we'd have seen more nature in Amber's vlogs, because this is very pretty.
Look at this baby.
Oh, good cats.
Is that comfy?
At least they're not on a counter.
Is that a comfy?
So I just wanted to show you guys this picture after the wedding. We all went out to eat.
It's a very cute photo. Becky looks quite different now. And this is almost 3 years ago. So isn't it interesting with vloggers that you can literally go back and like scour I always say the annals of history, but it's fitting. And you can literally see the change. Like if I continue to put myself on camera for the years to come, I feel like I would be looking at doing like a yearly reflection, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, definitely like a unique experience for vloggers. Like, I mean, I think it'd be great if Amber and Becky sat down and reflected on like where they'd come from, what they were planning for the future, considering there's a wedding coming up, all of that.
There is
anyway, this is cute.
I think that's such a cute picture of us. So I told you guys I'd tell you what I got to eat. I didn't choose healthy.
It's all very beige, isn't it?
I'll talk more about that later. I got some cheesy mashed potatoes. They were all right. And here I decided to get something different. It is flounder stuffed with crab stuffing, topped with like a lobster cream. I don't know. I just wanted to try something different. Thinking about it now,
sounds all right.
obviously, I should have just stayed on track. And I know a lot of people are upset with me and let down with me, and I'm sorry. I really am. Hey guys, so
That tone is very different to 2021 Amber. And 2021 Amber, we haven't even seen that much, really. I mean, we're halfway through January, and how many videos have we gotten? Like 4? 5, maybe? I don't know. I'm not really keeping track. And the schedule's out the window because we obviously didn't get anything for Friday. We didn't get anything for Wednesday. I'm fully aware of the Instagram, like, Q&A, and I just don't care. I really don't. Yeah, tone is different. Tone is interesting.
Usually when I sit here and film, it's kind of blurry, so I do apologize if I'm going in and out of focus.
I now have another beverage.
It's super late at night, and this is like the only position where the light is
This one's water.
decent. So I do have some things I want to talk about with you guys.
Okay, let's chat.
So you guys saw what I ate at the restaurant. I also had a Caesar salad, which I forgot to take a picture of, so I wanted to tell you guys about that. And then there was like this appetizer that we got. It was croissants, so I had 3 of those as well.
Croissants. Croissants are delicious and really hard to make from scratch, and also filled with butter and flour. So they're not the best thing for you. And unfortunately, the further I go along my weight loss journey, the more I realize that I don't get to bake as often as I was earlier. I'm also much busier now. But in like 2020 was kind of my year of learning how to bake and learning how to cook and do all of those things. And I'm getting to do less and less of that. But my waistline is semi-thankful because I'm not doing things like learning how to make croissants. Delicious, don't get me wrong, but
talk about because I forget all the time.
sometimes food, not an all the times food.
So
To quote Cookie Monster.
Okay. I want to edit this as least as possible because I have to get this scheduled for tomorrow. So I wrote down, I have moments where
We love to see a schedule. I miss a schedule. I wish I'd have been around in 2018 because I feel like I would have been treated to some good content.
care, moments where I don't, almost as if I want food more than I want to lose weight. Then I have immediate regret. So what I meant by that is, I'm not even kidding. I reached over 500 pounds today, and I didn't care. There's something wrong with that. There's something very scary about that.
Yeah, I think so.
Why don't I care? There are people who reach 180 pounds and care. Why don't I care that I'm half of 1,000 pounds? Why don't I care? I feel like a lot of the time I stop focusing so much on the bad things that can happen to me while being morbidly obese, and I focus on
comorbidities.
Fairy tale land. I don't focus on the fact that I can just drop dead any minute. I can have a heart attack. I can,
Before this continues, I don't believe that you should at all times focus is the wrong word to use here. I don't think you should all the time focus on those things because your anxiety levels would go through the roof. And sorry, I'm speaking about me. My anxiety levels would go through the roof if all I did all day was think about my health, right? It is more of a thing that you have to keep tucked into your subconscious and just be aware of it all, right? And this is why plans are really useful because you can set a goal, make a plan, step by step, make your way there. And this is why you can invoke the assistance of either physical or mental health care professionals, of which I am neither. Preface it in every video. Because without a plan, doomed to fail. That's the quote, right? So, yeah, not caring that you got to this point, though, is a pretty, stark realization. And it's one I had when I was at my biggest before addressing my health, because it was a matter of, I can just do this and be comfortable by myself. And then I realized that I wasn't truly happy. I was just kind of existing. And then to be happy, I had to make changes. So, yeah.
Get diabetes, I can die in my sleep, I could have sleep apnea. I forget these things because I don't think about them.
I don't know if the threat is always like the threat of the comorbidity is healthy to necessarily think about at all times. It's definitely worth considering if you're in a position where, you know, you tick over, much like I did, tick over into the morbidly obese category, and you start to realize like, oh, these things hurt, these things are difficult, why do I find this so challenging? Like there's a lot of self-reflection that goes on to that, because unfortunately many of us don't have, again, healthcare professionals within our lives who are able to just tell us like the reason why you feel this way is because of this. You kind of have to make you have to sometimes connect your own dots to say like, oh, my chest is hurting and I'm 135 kilos. There's probably a correlation there that I should address, and oh, you know, I will have less pains and less trouble in my life if I just lose some of the fat that's hanging on my body. So, yeah.
And I feel like I need to think about those things more. I know that sounds crazy because I want just positivity in my life, but like,
yeah, I think you should focus on just the overall health, not the anxiety inducing what could happen. Because like if you let yourself run away with that, you also have, you know, it's the same school of thought as if I leave my home, I could get hit by a car, or I could get, you know, assaulted, or I could fall down, or all of those things. Like it's just one of those things that like you can be aware of and you can foresee happening, but to stress and focus on it too much, I don't know if that works for anyone in particular. Love to have a conversation about anxiety down below.
Need to care. And I feel like that's the issue. I need to love myself more.
Yes, that's very important.
If somebody I love, say my girlfriend, my mom, someone, my dad, my brother, if one of them weighed 500 pounds, I would care. And I'd be like, you can't keep doing this to yourself. So I need to find that love for myself.
Correct. And you can't really rely on it from other people.
Something else I wrote down was I go back and forth between how many calories I should eat. When I eat too little, I binge. When I eat too much, I choose the wrong foods. So that's something else that frustrates me. I go very back and forth. 1 minute, I'm like, you know what? Oh, Rarity's playing with a toy. 1 minute, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do, 1,500 calories so I can drop the weight quickly, so I can choose healthier foods, because healthier foods are lower in calories, salads, an orange, things like that are lower in calories. So you eat more to feel full. And that's me choosing more healthier options. So, but then if I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should just do 2,600 calories like my fitness pal wants me to do. But I find when I do have so many calories, I try my hardest to make healthy, breakfast, lunches, and dinners. But then I still have like 1,200 calories at the end of the night. And I'm like,
great. If
my goal is to eat 2,600 calories.
This conversation happens quite often in some of these videos. And I don't know. Cynical-minded Zach does not believe that she isn't aware that she can just undereat on her calories and that's fine. Like even my fitness pal won't shout at you that you underate your calories unless it's under the absolute minimum suggested, which I believe is between 10 and 1,200 calories. I know days where I just don't have enough time to eat or just don't really have an appetite, like if I'm feeling ill, my fitness pal will quite often get angry at me and be like, sorry, you can't close your diary for this day because you ate under 1,200 calories, and we're not, they don't want to encourage that type of behavior. 1,200 obviously being the absolute minimum that is requested for me. I think it's just based on gender. But looking at 2021, Amber, I fail to honestly accept the fact that she doesn't understand that she can just eat under her allocated calories and it's okay. But again, this comes back to the conversation about binging, which is another conversation about psychology, all of which are issues that were never addressed in the past 3 years. So
then what do I do with these 1,200 calories?
You just leave them.
Candy.
Put them in the bank.
A Ben & Jerry's ice cream. That's when I choose the bad foods to fill all those extra calories. So I'm just this logic, this like train of thinking, I don't understand.
Because if you're making it such an effort to address your diet in general, that you're eating healthy, all the way through until evening, why would you turn around and say, well, I've got 1,200 calories, may as well just tuck into like all of this bad food in my kitchen? Like, why wouldn't you just have like more? Why wouldn't you just have more of your healthy food? Like, make more chili, make more chicken, make more salmon, have some cereal. Not to say that all cereals are good or bad food, and that's not the discussion that we're having in this video. But yeah, why would you immediately turn to junk with that many calories left? Anyway.
I'm just having a hard time like finding what works for me. Something I've noticed is this challenge is no longer about how many steps a day I take. This challenge, well, if you guys are curious, it's 11:52 p.m.
Pardon me.
870, so nowhere near 8,000. But this challenge is no longer, a number on my Fitbit. It's no longer...
So it is steps.
I want to say it's no longer a number on the scale, but I feel like, obviously it
and
is.
Weighing?
This is a journey for me
I don't
to lose weight and to get healthy. And all that ties into a number on the scale, but I feel like this is a journey to find what is right for me. And I feel like...
She never did.
When I first started YouTube...
She just never
I
found
was
what
so
worked.
raw with my weight loss journey. And I feel
Because
like
assistance,
I'm coming
right?
back as that person again. For a while there, I stopped. I was very just like black and white. I didn't go within myself and share how I truly felt, and now I am. This is a journey of kind of like self-discovery and sharing with you guys the true struggles of what I am going through and what I go through behind closed doors. So
it's hard as well. I know we're coming up to the end of this video, but it's hard as well because seeing that she here has this thought about hitting 500 pounds and then having just recently, earlier this week, doing the 572.4 running challenge, run with me. That was the other day. It is hard because you only see that number climbing, and you can only really ignore it if you're consciously saying, I'm not going to step on the scale today. Like every day I wake up and I say, oop, got to get on the scale because I'm tracking now. But, before that, there were years where I obviously didn't. So, but it's a conscious decision to not address your health, I guess. And it's just interesting that seeing it climb, there was never, well, no, there were multiple times over the last 3 years worth of content where it had been addressed to change, but it just never stuck. And the one consistent thing I can kind of take away from this is, like, there are underlying issues that are not addressed and have never really been addressed. So.
What else I wrote was, talk about what I ate tonight, how I had no second thoughts. Is it just a food addiction? Food makes me angry. Food makes me very angry. So on top of going to the restaurant...
We'll get into this. I don't necessarily think food should make you feel like emotional in most respects. Like, you can connect particular foods with things like celebrations, and I think that happens. Obviously, there's a chemical reaction with calorie dense food, or things like chocolate, for instance. Like, there's serotonin and dopamine and all of those things going on. But being angry about food is interesting. I don't think I've ever been angry about food. No, that's a lot of effort. Not for me.
For like lunch, for dinner, I had Mexican food. And I ordered 3 extra sides of Mexican rice, and I ate every single bit of it. And I felt I wasn't ashamed. I didn't care. There were no second thoughts. My food addiction is really bad lately.
It never got addressed.
Like
that's the thing why I do these rewinds, is because it's interesting going back on content that I've not really seen before or not analyzed as an audience member before, and just recognizing that the exact same arguments have been used for years. For years. Saying that I'm overeating because my food addiction is so bad. But okay, Like, we know you can manage that. You can address it. You will need assistance for it. But it never happened. God, that's sad.
In control, and I'm trying to find that control. It's been very frustrating. As much as, you know, food numbs me, food also makes me very, very angry. I just feel like... Angry about food. Food is there to comfort me, but it also hurts me.
Should do neither. It should fuel you, and that's about
it.
it.
To die. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 7. I'm not giving up, but I have to go, so I'm sorry to end so abruptly. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.
Okay, so that's a little bit of a reflection on where we were 3 years ago, and once again, I am very excited to hear all about the engagement and the wedding. Really, this was just an excuse for me to think about weddings. Unfortunately, that clip had a little bit more serious thought behind it, which is sad to think about, really. But oh boy, what is the wedding going to be like? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me in this video. As always, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!